Max Records.
It's not just the environment.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my giveaway for sheep and goat farmers. Which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Welcome to my first layer production vlog in Jamaica. Alright, so we're here out in Kitson Town. I'm with the famous Mordecai, our layer expert in the field. We're about to do a nice little farm tour with about a 3,000 flock. So meet Mordecai.
I'm Mordecai Tolo, Field Operations Officer at Jamaica Eggs High Pro. I have been with Jamaica Brothers Group for the past 23 years and it's been going good. It's a constant learning process. We keep learning about the birds that we take care of and we try to help our farmers that they will be profitable in their business. So we are happy to be able to assist them with whatever concerns they have about the pullets and the layers. So we are here to help you. And if you have any challenges with your flock and your productivity, you can call us at the office or you can get in touch with me, 383-5168, and we'll be able to talk.
Thank you, Mordecai. Tape measure.
Yeah, you need a tape measure to verify the dimension of the house.
Nice.
Because sometimes when you go to a farm, you're concerned about the stocking density. And the farmer says, "Yeah, man, everything alright, man. Everything crisp." And when you measure, it's alarming. So you always want to verify that the birds have the right amount of space. Because the performance is based on the space that they have. They can't perform if they have less than ideal space. And in fact, they can also underperform if the space is too much. They run up and down like an athlete and they trim off the fat off them. So they can underperform if they have far too much space. They run up and down too much, run up and down too much.
Take a report sheet. Collect him data in the field. Give him feedback. Let's follow Mordecai on his layer farm audit check in Kitson Town today. Important for Mordecai visit to your farm is his data collection check sheet that he has, that he would use to determine your productivity and also to give his report and his recommendations to move your farm forward. Let's begin by following his checklist.
The farm capacity versus what they actually have on the farm. Sometimes you find that a farmer overstock his farm, sometimes he understock the farm. So we kind of assess whether or not he have the right amount of birds. Otherwise, he may never make any money. So we look at that part for him to make sure that the stocking density is fine. So when you check, you want to know where the birds come from. Then, the current age and when they are due change, because sometimes the farmer is beating a dead ass, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
Him have old birds and him complains that they not perform. So you really want to get that information. Then you look at the productivity of the birds. Then you,
Mordecai, what kind of birds are these?
okay, so these are Novogen browns. And these birds were grown by Jamaica Egg Services. And
Tell me, is what Mordecai?
these are Novogen whites.
Novogen whites.
Yes.
Ready to lay Novogen whites and then give you the white egg.
Yes. And sold to the farmer at 18 weeks old.
And that's ready to lay or have a time to...
Ready to lay.
Ready
They are termed ready to lay. But they don't lay until they reach between 18 and 22 weeks. So even though we sell them at 18 weeks, they don't necessarily start lay immediately. And it depends on the time of year when they are grown. When they are grown during the cooler time, at 18 weeks you're getting maybe 5% production. But when the time is hot, like now, August, going into September, even October, you might find that the birds coming to you and they're not laying at all. But they'll still produce by 22 weeks.
Okay. So heat stress is a factor you have to really take into consideration now. Alright, so we can measure the house and see what's going on.
To the end, and you know it's the same thing cross.
Same with cross. Alright.
You can hold it at the center. So the center is over your head. That's where the center is.
Oh, over my head. See, over the
the
head.
center of the house is. Right. So you just hold it at the center. 14 feet.
14 feet. And so much square foot per bird for the layer birds?
1.5.
1.5.
On a regular conditions. But where you have extreme heat, you make it 2 square foot per bird. Which you say it's 28 by 28. You multiply that, 28 by 28. 784 square feet. And when you divide that by 1.5, 522.
So
This is really a 500 house.
500 house.
A 500 bird house. Right? We're going to the equipment.
Okay.
So we're going to count the number of feeders. So we physically count the feed pans in the house.
Okay.
So we have one. This house you have 22 feed pans.
And is that ideal for a 500 bird unit?
Yes, because you want 4 pans per 100 bird.
Okay.
So 5 4 is 20. And that's the required amount. And you have 22. So you even have 2 extra pans, which is perfect.
Okay. And the plastic, why not stainless steel? I remember back in the days I saw stainless steel or aluminum looking type pans.
Those are expensive for one, and they also decay over time. They rot over time. The plastic stays up. They don't rotten, but they can break.
Can break.
So it's a cost factor. Cheap metal on the road, but they're not so good because you can adjust the feed flow.
Okay.
So farmers will see them and still don't buy them because even though they're cheap, but they're not adjustable.
Not adjustable.
Right, but the plastic and the other durable metal ones are adjustable.
So from the pans now to the waterers, how the water plasans work out?
We're not quite reached the planet now.
Okay, we still account feeders.
No, having counted them, you need to state the condition of the pans. So in this case now, these pans, as you can tell, they have been used for several months until feed residue and some amount of cobweb is on the sides. What you want to do with a pan like this now is take it out of the coop
and clean it.
Clean it and put it back. Right? So I would say the condition of these pans are fair, not good, not ideal, not excellent. Another example here. You can see feed residue and some amount of cobweb. Because when you have stale feed, mycotoxins can build up in the stale feed. Correct?
Correct.
Yes. So you want to get rid of that. That is to sanitize his pans periodically to get rid of any possible mycotoxins in the feed residue.
Do you have a regime would recommend farmers to say every quarter you do a one or?
Well, it's based on your observation.
Based on observation.
Right. If you see that it's the feed dust is accumulating on the sides. You take them out and sanitize them. How are the pans space? We have all pans on one side and water was on the other side. That's not good. You want pans equally spaced all over with waters interspersed between, you know? Right. So that's how you want it. And the next thing we want to look at now with regard to the pans are the height.
Height.
The recommended height for these pans are 14 inches high.
14 inches high.
14 inches high. So we use a tape measure and we actually go and measure them.
Yeah, it's about that.
This is 15 inches
15.
actually. So it's an inch above, but not too bad.
16.
Right. So not too bad. But
Would recommend.
yeah. The good thing is that you don't have any feed wastage.
Okay,
You
so
don't
you
have
look.
much feed wastage. That's what you're looking at.
And that's the main reason why you carry it up to that height.
Right.
To reduce the feed wastage.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So they can still reach it. They can still eat. So we don't have a problem in them. Right? And this is an excellent point to show the farmers. You know. So the pans are designed. They have a weak spot. The weak spot is right here. These three supporting brackets. Now, if you put too much feed in the pans, or over time, they just break out. So what Mr. McLeod has done, he has gotten a piece of 2 by what is it? 2 by 2 board and screw that in the center. Yes. To hold it.
Okay, to hold him up.
Yeah.
So it's stronger.
Yes. Now if you ask him, and slot it in the next slot. So that
Okay.
he close up this a little bit more. This is kind of too wide. So when you pour the feed actually will run out of the soon.
Okay, so you can use the spin to make the adjustment.
Right. Thing is the water.
Waters.
We count the plasans as well. So we want 1 plasan for every 75 birds.
1 plus 1 for every 75
Right.
birds.
So you have 1, 2. It appears that they have been washed already. This is just food from their mouth.
So you wash the plasans every day?
Every day with bleach and soap. You have to
Every
wash
day with
them
bleach and soap.
Every day with bleach and soap. That's a good practice.
Okay.
Because bacteria just take 20 minutes to multiply. So you definitely want to wash them daily with bleach and soap. There are certain requirements for the nest box. You want 10 inches wide, you want 12 inches deep, and you want 14 inches high. So we can measure to determine if the birds have enough space. Because you don't want a community nesting, you just want one bird using the nest box each time. If it's too wide, many birds will go in. And in the shuffling to lay, they bounce the eggs and break them up. And every time you lose an egg, you lose a box of egg for the year. So you have to be very careful of how you design the nest box so that it serves the birds and serves you. Right? So we're going to analyze these ones. Right. In designing the nest boxes, the top of the nest box shouldn't be flat. If it's flat, the birds will roost on it. And their feces has in acids in their feces. What's the name of the acid in the feces?
Uric acid.
Uric acid. So the uric acid will burn out the material, that the metal that the nest box is built from. So you want to make sure that it's so angled so that the birds maybe a 30-degree angle instead of a 60-degree angle, so that the birds can stand on it. They'll slide off. Right? So that's what you have done with these nest boxes. So you're showing the 30-degree angle. This is the 30-degree. This is maybe close to
A landing.
right. So when they fly up, they have a landing or a perch. Yes. And then they go in the nest box.
And a landing.
From right there to the top. Oops. It's 12 inches. I would make it 14.
They make it 14.
So that this piece could come up 2 more inches. This piece could come up 2 more inches to there.
Okay.
So that the litter inside wouldn't scratch out easy. You understand? They scratch it out, you know.
Yes.
So you can't put it back. So if you come up 2 more inches, it'll prevent them from
Scratching it out.
Right. That's the only
okay.
adjustment I would have made to this.
Okay. And why you put litter inside the nesting
So that the
box?
eggs can come out clean. the eggs can come out clean. If you don't put any litter in there, they come out dirty.
Okay.
Right? When I lay the eggs, these eggs are basically ready to go in the nest in the egg flats. You know, they are clean. And the more you wash the eggs, is the faster the eggs spoil. In fact, it's not recommended for you to wash the eggs, you're supposed to wipe them.
Wipe them, yes.
But when the eggs are laid, they have a film on the eggshell. And if you rub that off, expose the eggs to quicker spoilage.
Must have per bird. Or per...
For each nest hole, 6 birds will function from it.
Okay.
So a typical 500 bird house, 500 divided by 6. You need to have 83.
83
He
nests.
has 80, so he's almost there.
Almost there, okay.
It's 12 inches, you see it?
And I want it to be 10.
Yeah, I'll make it 10. You see it? It's 12 inches. Can you see that?
Yeah, man.
Alright. So, in some instances, when you have 12 inches, you find 2 birds going in.
Okay. This is the case, we have 2 birds.
Right. Because it's a little bit too wide.
Too wide. And you're just wanting with one.
It's not all the time. She deliberately doing it, you know, this one.
Wasting the eggs.
Yeah. But the reason why she could do it is because the face is not high enough.
Okay.
I want to capture it.
So the importance of your
So yeah, it's
the
supposed to be
spacing.
deeper.
Deeper.
So that the eggs can come out and the litter can come out.
And a little bit narrow, so one bird
Right,
going.
one bird can go in.
Perfect.
Box. You want to make sure that it's not put on the ground. Because if it's on the ground, the birds will scratch the litter into the nest box. Right? So what you want to do is to raise it so that they can fly in. And it's also comfortable for you to pick up the eggs. The height you want to install, yes. So from the floor, it's about 3 block heights. So you're gonna get about 24 inches. Because each one of them is 8 inches high. Right. Height from the concrete floor is good to mount the nest box on. Because when you mount them on the blocks, the birds can fly up, and it also allows enough light under the nest box so they don't lay under the nest box.
Under the nest box, okay.
Because if these nest box were a little lower, like about half the height, it would have created a shadow underneath there.
And they will go in there, go lay.
And they will go under the nest box, go lay. Because it would look to them like another nest hole. Right? So that's also important in the construction of the nest. Mounting them so that the birds can lay comfortably. So these lights are good. You know, you need light, but the duration of the lighting is important. From sunset to 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock the latest.
From sunset to 9 o'clock
right,
or
so
10
don't wait
o'clock.
until it's dark, turn on the light. You turn on the light
from sunset.
Down at sunset. So once the sun goes down, that's the time you should flick on your light. And the light should not go past 10 o'clock. So when the birds just come, 9 o'clock is fine, and you gradually move it up to 10 o'clock. But no more than 10 o'clock. Because the birds need to get rest. I'm not sure if they have NWC water here, so I'll have to check the farmer to determine the water source. But we're going to check the water quality to determine if there's bleach in the water. Because with layers, you always want to have a good amount of bleach in the water. And you can only know if a good amount is in there by measuring it with a chlorine test kit. So I have one here inside my bag. Chlorine test kit. So we'll use this to catch some water. And we will use the reagent, the O2O solution, and test the bleach, the amount of bleach in the water. So we raise the water level adjuster, and you're getting water in the cavity. It comes to the mark right here, so that you can put in the reagent. 5 drops, and that should change the water to a yellow that matches on the scale here, but we don't see any.
No, just focus the camera.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And you want it where?
1.5, which is this one.
You want it okay. What's that color?
Yeah.
Okay. And
And right now it's way down here.
about there.
Yes.
Okay.
So it does have some bleach in there, but have the litter.
Repeat that. Temperature of the roof.
We are going to check the temperature of the roof, the temperature of the water, and the temperature of the litter. So we use the temperature radar. So we're getting 133 degrees coming off the roof.
Right now.
40.
10 year. And the light, man. The lighting.
Yeah.
So for that little tiny screen there, can't pick up.
Yeah. And the temperature of the litter now. Move me out of the way. I get a better view. 90 degrees.
I pick it up perfect.
Yeah.
And the temperature of the water.
Temperature of the water. 84 degrees. So what the fuck? No concerns about ventilation. All around, breeze can blow from all four sides. The interesting thing though is that they don't use any curtains. But because the houses are under trees and near to other houses, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Because rain fell yesterday and the house is still dry. So they know why they don't use any curtain. It's not such a problem for this farm. But generally speaking, you would want to have curtains on the side of the house to keep out direct rays of the sun and also the water that blows in, the rain that blows in. On a farm. Dry, you know, no caking. That's it, perfect litter. The birds can bathe in it, you know, dry litter. Litter that you put in the house when you're receiving chicken is the same litter that stays in for the life of the chickens. What may cause farmers to have to change litter is when there are too many birds in the house and you have a water leak. So they're constantly changing litter every 2 weeks, every month and kind of thing like that. But in this instance, when they put in litter, when the birds come, 1 year and odd, when the birds are leaving, that's the time they're changing the litter. So that's how you know if the space is right and if the water system is being managed properly. Same litter stay in for the life of the bird. You don't change litter in a layer house.
What's the treatment for lice?
But to get rid of the lice from the birds, you can use Ivomec, or it's the generic for it, which is Dovotec or Ivosip, 2 milliliters per gallon of water. Or you can use a spray like malathion spray, can spray on the birds and